Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Produce Buzzers podcast. We are so happy you have joined us today, and I think you will be too after the show is over, because you will learn a lot about fresh fruits and vegetables, how to select and store them, how to prepare and cook them, and surprising facts about their history and origin. We hope it inspires you to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, not only for your health, but also for your delight and pleasure as you explore their amazing world of taste and delicious flavors. Eating more of them will transform your life in so many positive ways. So settle back, relax, and get ready for another delicious adventure with the Produce Buzzers. Greetings, Produce Buzzers podcast fans, and welcome to another delicious episode of the Produce Buzzers podcast. I'm Edwin Stepp, your host and executive editor of ProduceBuzz.com. I'm joined once again by Teresa Nolan, the founder and president of Produce Buzz, along with Rick Stepp and Cynthia Benedetto, both contributing editors to Produce Buzz. Now, Produce Buzzers fans, today we're going to launch a new segment for the podcast that we hope will become a regular feature throughout each season. As our regular listeners know, all of us Produce Buzzers like to cook. None of us are professional chefs, but we are all foodies and have a good sense of what makes a good dish and how to pair those dishes to make a good meal. So I'm confident that each of us could stand his or her own on a show like the Iron Chef. You know that show, the iconic Food Network show where chefs are given ingredients without any foreknowledge of what they will be, and then they have to prepare a meal with those ingredients in a set amount of time. The chef's creations are judged by a panel of top chefs, and the meal that gets the highest score wins the contest. You know, when you think about it, that's what most people do every day just to get a meal on the table for their families. It's a contest every night with the toughest judges in the world, finicky family members. But today on the podcast, we're going to play our version of the Iron Chef. We're going to call it the Veggie Iron Chef. I will be the MC for the contest, and we'll give each of our contestants 3 random ingredients, and they will have to come up with a dish using those ingredients before the end of the show. Now, they're not actually going to cook today because we're separated and by miles, and not everybody has a kitchen nearby, but they're going to come up with a good recipe using these ingredients. And I hope it will inspire you. Now, the rules are they have to use at least 2 of the ingredients I give them. They don't have to use all 3, but there will be extra points if they use all 3. They can also use any other ingredients that they want to add to the dish to make it more interesting or flavorful. I will be the primary judge of the recipes they create and award points according to my superb taste and sophistication. But at the end, the other Produce Buzzers will get to rank the recipes with 3 stars, 2 stars, or 1 star. The more stars, the higher the score. I will combine that with my scores, and a winner will be determined. Now, what prize does the winner get? They will get the glory and honor of making a meal for the other Produce Buzzers next time we are all together.
I've already done that. Haven't I fed you?
Yes, you have. Now, to make it a bit more interesting, and so that I don't get my fellow Produce Buzzers angry at me, their ingredients will not be chosen by me, but by our Veggie Wheel of Fortune. This is a roulette wheel with 10 veggies on it. We will spin it, and whatever veggie it lands on, that will be the veggie our Produce Buzzer will have to work with. We also have a spice wheel of fortune and a fruit and nut wheel of fortune to select the other ingredients. They also have 10 ingredients on each wheel. Now, all the veggies on our Veggie Wheel of Fortune are in season now in the fall. So hopefully, listeners, you can be inspired by our work today to create your own fall veggie dishes. Okay, as I said, there are 10 items on each of 3 different wheels. We have a veggie wheel, we have a spice wheel, and we have a fruit and nut wheel. And we'll spin each of those for each of our Produce Buzzers. They will get 1 of each of those, and they'll have to combine them into a recipe, a delicious recipe. So our listeners know, they won't be able to see the wheel. Let's explain to them what items are on the wheel. So first of all, the fruit and veggie wheel has Brussels sprouts, carrots, beets, acorn squash, sweet potatoes, pumpkin, cauliflower, chard, potatoes, and kale. So lots of good fall veggies there to choose from. Now, the spice wheel has cinnamon, cumin, oregano, sage, thyme, nutmeg, parsley, coriander, basil, and rosemary. Some great spices there to spice up your dishes. And the third and final wheel, the fruit and nut wheel, has peanuts, almonds, cashews, raisins, figs, walnuts, dates, sunflower seeds, pistachios, and pomegranates. So there you have it. We will spin the wheel, and where it lands, nobody knows, and the produce buzzers will have their veggies to work with. Okay, produce buzzers, are you ready to play Veggie Iron Chef?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Now, who wants to go first?
Okay, I'll go.
All right, Cynthia's going to be the brave.
How do I get to push it?
You don't. I have to push it from here. But hopefully you can
so
see it
that's a conflict
spin.
of interest, I think.
Well, it's totally out of my control where it lands.
Or you're saying like Scout's honor, you'll do it right.
I just have to click it. Can you see it?
This is digital. You're
Like
not
this?
spinning it with your hand.
No. It's digital. I just have to click on it and it starts to spin. Okay, here we go. Oh, Cynthia, well, you were just hoping you would get pumpkin, weren't you? I know that's your favorite. You especially love cutting them open. Okay, now we're going to give you a spice. Ready? Here we go. Oregano.
Can I do that again? I want to do that like
No, you got to take what I give you.
It says spin or spin
That's actually
again,
a good
doesn't
match,
it say?
Cynthia.
It doesn't say it on this one.
Okay, now we're going to give you a fruit or nut to combine. Ready? Here we go. Peanuts.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Chef Cynthia, Iron Chef
Oh, my
Cynthia.
goodness. Oh dear.
Pumpkin, oregano, and peanuts.
I wish I would have gotten these. I have a perfect recipe for that.
You can have them if you want. I'll trade.
You know what we should do is each of us should tell what we would have done with it as well.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do that. We can do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Now,
All right, I'll go next. Unless she has to.
So
Does she have to tell her?
do I have like time
we'll
to
give
think
you.
about it?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and give everybody their ingredients, and then we'll come back to
Okay.
you. Okay. So Teresa's
Okay.
next. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Here's your veggie. Chard.
Chard. Oh dear. Okay. All right.
All right. Ready for the
Chard.
spice?
Yeah.
For the spice. Oregano again.
Oregano. That wheel. There's something wrong with that wheel.
I'm saying it's weighted wrong. When's
Okay,
the last time it
now,
was calibrated?
now a fruit or a nut. Here we go. Figs.
Figs. Oh my word.
That's not
Talk
bad.
about sweet and savory. Now, remember, you don't have to use all three if you think it's,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
so we'll come back there. Okay, Rick, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Here we go for your veggie. And it is okay. If you get the same one, I forgot to mention this. We'll spin again because we want you to have
Oh,
something.
wait a
different.
minute. Shouldn't we have spun again on oregano too?
Well, we can. We can
Yeah,
do
you
that.
should go back because
All right. All right. Let's go
oregano and
back.
chard, I'm not sure about that.
All right, we'll redo the oregano thing. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, for Teresa. Now, here we go. Time.
Time. That's probably not any better.
Okay, now Rick, back to your veggie. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what you're gonna get. All right, here we go. Round and round she goes. Where she lands, nobody knows. It's going to be Brussels sprouts.
All right.
Now that'll be a good one. Okay, now how about a spice, Rick? You ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Round and round she goes. And she's coming up on cumin.
Oh man.
Oh, brother. Okay.
I don't even know what cumin tastes like. What does it taste like?
It's the primary flavor in chili, really.
Okay.
Cumin, yeah. Doesn't
chili
it come
flavor.
from? Does it come from cilantro? Cumin?
Not from turmeric, is it?
No, it's different. It's not from cilantro. What's the other name for cilantro? They call it. Rick, what was the other name people used to call cilantro?
Coriander.
Coriander. That's right. So, okay. Now for your fruit or nut, Rick. What have you got? You have Brussels sprouts and cumin. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Round and round she goes. She's gonna land on cashews.
Oh, that's good.
Brussels sprouts and cashews, that sounds good. The cumin, I don't know. I think what you're going to have to do with a lot of these recipes is bring something else in to minimize the conflict if you think there's a conflict in flavors.
Yeah, I think you're
So-
right.
But you said we don't have to use them all.
No, you don't have to use them all. But
We
you have to
shouldn't
use at
them all
least,
because
you have
too
to,
easy.
no, you have to use at least 2 of them.
Yeah.
All right, well, if you want me to change the rules, I'll change the rules.
No, that's okay. I'll take the easy way.
But
Why,
you get
what were
more
you gonna
points if you get more points if you use all 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So you get a point for every ingredient you use. And then
Okay.
it's just totally up to me to judge.
I see.
It's like that show, Whose Line Is It Anyway? Do you remember that show? They did the
Yeah.
impromptu. And they said this is a show where the points don't matter. Because the MC would just assign points randomly and at a whim. So, but then the rest of you are going to vote on it. So you can, so you got to try to make it something that might be tasteful.
Okay.
Okay, Cynthia, have you got any ideas? What are you going to do with your, first of all, what did you have? I forgot. You had pumpkin, oregano, oregano, and peanuts, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or did Teresa get peanuts? No, Teresa didn't get peanuts.
Yeah,
Teresa
she got oregano. I got peanuts.
but you also
So-
got oregano.
Correct.
Okay.
So I figured that I would, since I don't have any kind of Halloween decoration, I could get a pumpkin and scrape out the inside. So then I would have a jack-o'-lantern. And then I could roast the inside of it, but I'd roast it with the oregano and some salt, pepper, and the usual suspects, olive oil. And I think I put in like maybe like a sweet potato also, just to kind of sweeten it up. And then once that's done roasting, you could do like a mirepoix and saute that up for a little bit on top, and then puree it down for like a soup. And then, but while you were roasting the pumpkin, you could have also roasted the peanuts and like crush those up for like a little crouton on top,
That sounds great. Wow.
and drizzle it with
impressed.
either drizzle with honey or maple syrup.
Yeah, that sounds good. So is it in the end like a soup or a stew
Either one.
that you eat it right out of the pumpkin shell?
No, you puree it down. No.
Okay.
after it's roasted, you puree it down. When
Just so
I
it
would
becomes
put
a
it in-
smooth
Yes.
blend.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds pretty good.
And then I'll even throw a sprig of
Now,
Teresa's
you had the
thyme on
oregano.
top.
You have oregano in there. What others? Would you put some other spices to balance out the oregano, or just salt and pepper?
Thyme. Yeah. Thyme, salt, and pepper.
You said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I
Well,
think.
that's a pretty good recipe. Wow, I'm impressed. That's very good. I thought you would have to just totally come up with something bizarre.
Wait. Let me look at my
Throw
book.
the
Wait.
match. Throw the match. Okay, Teresa, are you ready to get
Okay,
an
I
award-winning
am.
recipe? Okay, let's go.
Thank goodness we can add other ingredients. So
Yes. Okay, first of all, remind us which ingredients you got.
I had chard, thyme, and figs,
Okay,
which
got it.
actually it reminded me of a recipe that I did where I did a chicken and I made a stuffing for it out of ricotta, and I used spinach, but chard would work in it.
Yeah.
So ricotta, chard, thyme, and rosemary in the stuffing with an egg to kind of solidify it, and then I put the stuffing under the skin of the chicken. So
Oh,
you know you have to insert it under the skin of the chicken,
okay.
and then I would uh, coat the outside of the chicken with rosemary and oil to give
Mm,
it a little bit of a rosy look.
yeah.
And so
So when
there
you
you go.
when you put a stuffing underneath the skin, is that like was that what they do with cordon bleu, chicken cordon bleu? Is that the same thing, or is it?
With cordon bleu, they layer it.
Don't
You
they
know,
roll it up?
yeah,
Okay.
right, and roll
And
it.
you don't
But
put the stuffing like in a turkey in the cavity of the chicken. You
no,
just put it
I
underneath.
put it under the skin. It keeps the chicken really moist.
Oh wow.
You know, yeah.
But
So
the stuffing, like the it's Swiss chard, right? Like that's what you were saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
you would chop up the Swiss chard,
Uh-huh.
mix it with ricotta, an egg, you know, salt, pepper,
Mm-hmm.
thyme, rosemary, and then put that under the skin of the chicken.
Wow.
And it just
Yeah.
That
it
sounds
really,
elegant. I
And
am.
so can you pull off the skin later and then eat that after that's been baked in there?
if you want to eat the skin, you can.
No.
Nice and crispy.
Can you take it
Will,
off?
will the skin adhere to the Swiss
Oh,
chard?
it won't adhere, you know.
So you could
But
pull
when you,
off the skin
yeah, if you want to, but
and
I would cut it with the skin on, and then you have
oh,
this lovely, you know, layered look
that's a
in
good
your,
idea.
And
Yeah.
does the skin get pretty crispy?
it can. It
I
depends
bet
on
with
how
the
long you
oil
cook it.
on it, she's like,
Yeah,
That
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
fantastic. You know,
yeah.
I honestly thought we would just be laughing our heads off today with these recipes. I thought they would be so bizarre. But the first two, man, you girls, grand slam, hit it out of the park. That is fantastic. I'm hungry.
Oh, thank
Well,
you.
it's
Make
because like you know
these.
how many nights that I'm like, what am I gonna cook? Okay, I've got this and I've got that, and I'm like, oh, maybe I could,
Yeah,
thaw
that's what
out
I
some
was
of
saying
this.
about we play Iron Chef every night, don't we? Trying to get a meal
Yeah.
together.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
I knew you guys would be good, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, my husband's always saying like, like I never cook as if, and then he'll say like, oh, what's for dinner night? Oh, yeah, it's fend for yourself night, or it's make your own tacos, or it's
Peanut
whatever
butter
you're
and
bringing
jelly.
in,
Oh, you know what? I have
or
to add one
breakfast
more
for
thing to my
breakfast for
recipe
dinner.
Okay.
because I got figs too, and I
Oh,
was
that's
going to
right.
chop
Okay, that's right. I
chop
was
the
going to
figs up
penalize
in
you.
this. Yes,
Okay.
chop
So where the
chop the
figs
figs
go?
up
Into
into the
that
stuffing.
stuffing? Okay.
Yes.
So shard.
Oh,
And the
that
shard.
right there is the winning combo.
Yeah, that's sweet and savory.
Adding that, yeah.
So how do you prepare the shard? Do you take the stems out and just use the leaves, or can
Just
you
use
chop
the
up
leaves.
right?
Yeah, chop it up like you would spinach.
All
You
right.
know.
Yep.
So.
Okay. That sounds fantastic. Well, so we got our main course and we have a nice pumpkin side or puree. That's more like an appetizer soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Rick.
And now on to Rick with his favorite microwave
Yeah.
recipe.
I'm
Take
taking
it over,
bets
Rick.
on whether he's going to use a microwave or not. What do you bet?
Do you know that I forgot what vegetable I had?
You had Brussels
You-
sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
And what was your other things?
Cashews and cumin.
That's right. Okay. All right,
Cashew
Rick.
nut sack.
Take it
Oh.
away.
Oh, sorry. Oops.
I'll take the cashews and chop them up, put them over the top of the Brussels sprouts, and steam them in the microwave.
Of course.
This will be called cashew Brussels sprouts.
What a creative
That's
name.
And then
that's
with the
it.
cumin, I'm going to mix the cumin with some mayonnaise.
Oh.
Oh, now he's getting wild. All
just
that
a
fat.
dash-
I love it.
just-
Talk to me, Rick. Talk to me.
Just
This is-
a dash of cumin
With mayonnaise.
and mayonnaise. And then you put that on the side and you just dip the Brussels sprouts in the
Oh,
mayonnaise.
wow.
If you
Hey, I
care
can
to.
work with this. I can work with this.
Man, we have a meal. We've got a soup to start. We've got chicken, stuffed chicken, and Brussels sprouts on the side. That is a meal. A fantastic
nothing.
mention,
meal.
No,
we're going to
look.
use a lot of cashews on those Brussels sprouts.
But wait.
Cover.
I have to. So 1, 2, 3, we're bringing it, and Edwin, you're empty-handed.
You know, as
As
the king and the ruler of the Veggie Iron Chef, I don't have to participate. I just get to eat. I did all the
Okay.
work getting you guys prepped.
You know, I think that we should all cook our recipes within the next week and then report back on if they were good or not.
You know what I want to do? I want to cook all 3 of these recipes and have it as a meal. We should all
Okay.
do that.
All right. Yeah, then we can judge each other, right?
Right.
we judge each other anyway. So
Well, you see, there's one problem in judging it after I make it is that I'm not as good a cook as Teresa and Cynthia and Rick. So mine would not come out
Well,
as good.
I think you rank before me.
yeah. He's like
The
you know,
key
he's
word
trying
is-
to say like
The key
I
word
don't
is,
know how to do it. Can you do it? I
The
can't
key-
do it.
you use the key word, Rick. It's rank. That's my cooking is rank.
My dad used to say that I had a cast iron stomach because I would eat anything. So this should be called cast iron stomach.
Oh, that's great. Yes, we're going to rename it. That's brilliant. The Cast Iron Stomach Chef. That's hilarious. Okay. All right. Now, you know what? I'm so impressed. You each get 3 points for using all 3 ingredients, plus 2 points for fantastic creativity, which means you're all tied with 5 points. Now, the 3 of
Excuse me, I
you.
use extra ingredients. I was gonna get bonus points.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
No,
Roll
I
the tape,
didn't.
please. Yes, you did.
Throw the flag. Did I say that?
Yes. So why don't you go back and then you can edit in.
Okay. All right. You did use a sweet potato, which is on our veggie wheel.
Yes.
You added that in. But then
Fine.
but Teresa added some things as well. So I got to be fair here. Well, let's just do this. I cannot decide which 3 of you had the best recipe. So you're all tied. Whatever you added, you're all tied.
Okay.
And so now you 3 have to vote 3 stars, 2 stars, or 1 star to your fellow produce buzzers. So
Oh, that's not fair. 'cause-
Well,
We
this
could
is
do
the
it-
pre-vote, but we have to do the final vote after we taste.
So we have to vote on ourselves.
yeah, you can give yourself 3 stars if you want. And But remember,
No,
if you
but-
win, you have to
so,
make a
but-
meal
but-
for the rest of us. So.
If I give myself 3 stars, I have to give somebody else 2 stars and somebody else 1 star.
No, you can give them whatever, as many stars you want. It's not a ranking. It's just.
Hey guys, let's give each other 3 stars. So that-
Okay, exactly.
All right.
We'll all be tied. So we have to cook a meal together.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait a minute, Edwin. Why don't you have to do one?
I already told you I'm the king of the veggie. It wouldn't be fair because I can rig it.
Yeah. Okay.
You want me to do
Excuses.
one? Do you want me to do one?
I think you should.
No, because you'll
we're
just
gonna-
put a
we're gonna
bunch of
get the vote and
jalapenos
everything.
in it and, like, spice it up. And yeah.
Then you guys won't be able to eat it. But
Exactly.
I'll do one if you really want me to. But
No,
Cynthia doesn't want
I
me
don't
to.
care.
So.
Yeah. No, I think that you could cook, but whatever.
Now, there's one other thing I wanted to do. I want to see what ChatGPT would do with your ingredients.
Oh,
Oh,
Artificial intelligence.
What is? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence. Okay, so we're going to start with Cynthia's.
Artificial
Okay.
intelligence gets no say unless they get the fat ass in my kitchen and does it for me.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell ChatGPT to create a recipe from each of your 3 ingredients and see what it comes up with. Okay, so here we go. Create a recipe using pumpkin, oregano, can't spell, and peanuts, was it, Cynthia?
Yes.
Peanuts. Okay, here we go. Here's a recipe. Okay, 2 cups pumpkin, peeled and diced, a half a cup roasted unsalted peanuts, 1 small onion, finely chopped, 2 cloves garlic, 1 teaspoon dried oregano, 4 cups vegetable broth. Looks like ChatGPT is going for a soup too here, Cynthia. Half a cup of coconut milk, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, salt and pepper to taste, fresh oregano leaves for garnish. That's optional. So roast the pumpkin. I'm not going to read all of this, but roast the pumpkin, then saute the aromatics, blend the peanuts, combine the ingredients, blend the soup. So Cynthia, your intelligence is on the same level as artificial intelligence. They went for a soup as well. Return to the pot.
I forgot to add a liquid, but sometimes I don't need a liquid.
Well, you had
Done.
you said mirepoix, and I wondered about that because, you may not need it, but probably some chicken broth would be good or something.
Yeah, because I don't like the coconut.
Yeah, the coconut sounds great to me. But anyway, that's kind of an interesting recipe. But Cynthia's is better. Hers is better. More creative.
you know what else? We're making up the rules as we go along here, but if I was making up the rules, I would say the more extra ingredients that you have to add, it takes away points.
That's actually, I actually thought about that maybe it should just be restricted to,
I mean, you can add ingredients, but like if you just took all 3 of those and made something with nothing else,
yeah,
you should get more credit that
right.
by the time you add a whole
Well-
bunch of stuff. I mean, I could just say mash it all up in a ball, batter it, and deep fry it.
Right.
I said the same thing. I said everything's good deep fried.
Hey, that sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. All right, let's see what they'll do with Teresa's ingredients. So, Teresa, you have
Chard,
let me put this in. Create a recipe using chard,
thyme,
thyme,
and
and
figs.
figs. All right, here we go. Sauteed chard with thyme and figs. Ingredients: 1 bunch of Swiss chard, stems and leaves separated and chopped, 8 to 10 fresh figs quartered, 2 to 3 tablespoons olive oil, 2 cloves garlic minced, 1 teaspoon fresh thyme leaves, salt and pepper to taste, 1 to 2 tablespoons balsamic vinegar, optional, crumbled feta cheese for garnish, optional. Prepare the chard, wash, separate the stems, chop the stems into small pieces, set them aside. Saute the stems, heat the olive oil in a large skillet or pan over medium heat. Add the chopped chard and saute for 3 to 4 minutes. Add garlic and thyme. Saute the chard leaves. Add the figs, gently stir in figs, and cook for additional 2 to 3 minutes until figs start to soften. Transfer the shard, thyme, and figs to a serving platter. If you like, crumble some feta cheese on top for a creamy and tangy contrast. What do you think of that one?
It
Sounds
sounds
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Teresa's was better.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
I
of
like
course.
Teresa, I like your idea better.
And it's
But,
But,
also
the
it's
fresh
similar.
figs.
If you think about it, they use the figs and the thyme and they use cheese too.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
quite similar, you know.
right.
Yeah.
I love, but yours becomes a main course. This is more of a side, but it's
Yeah.
sounds great.
Good luck finding the fresh figs.
Well,
Yeah.
at certain times of the year, you can find them.
They're
Yeah.
now. It's awesome.
Yeah. And there's
They're not
some
the dried
places.
figs; they're the actual fresh ones.
I've actually seen fresh
Yes.
figs, at least in the Northeast, and I think even um, in like the Raleigh area, you know, somebody told me that their friend had a fig tree and they just had figs all over the place.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and in Pasadena, I'd go on my walks. There were a lot of yards that had trees, fig trees, and they'd hang over the fences and the walls, and I could just pick them. I remember one time I found this one fig tree. It was loaded, so I went out on my walk. I took a box with me and I filled it up.
yeah,
The people didn't mind.
Harvested.
They were there. They saw me. I said, "Do you mind if I take some figs?" I said, "Sure." They were falling all over the ground anyway. Actually,
Yeah.
it did give me another recipe. I think I typed it in twice. Here's a chard and fig salad with thyme vinaigrette.
Oh, that sounds good too.
So that sounds pretty good. Tablespoon of
Yeah.
honey, figs quartered. This has crumbled goat cheese and walnuts, red onion. Oh, this does sound good.
That's good.
This
Yeah.
sounds down
Yeah.
Teresa's alley right here.
Yeah,
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 does sound good.
very good. Okay, all right. Now
I forgot what kind of cheese Teresa was using before.
ricotta.
I was using ricotta.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad either.
Okay,
Yeah.
are we ready to see what ChatGPT will do with Rick's ingredients?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Create a recipe using Brussels sprouts. It's supposed to be capital, but I don't care. Let's capitalize it for me. Brussels sprouts. What was your spice? Cumin
Cumin.
and cashews.
Yes.
You know, you could probably make a soup with that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
The good news is it doesn't tell you what portion of cumin you have to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use 1 cup of cumin. Okay, 1 pound of here's roasted Brussels sprouts with cumin and cashews. Well, there you go. It sounds just like AI is naming it just like Rick did.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
did AI suggest use the microwave?
I don't think it's going to. I kind of doubt it.
Yeah.
1 pound of Brussels sprouts, trimmed in half, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 teaspoon ground cumin, a half cup of roasted cashews, roughly chopped, salt and pepper to taste, 2 tablespoons honey, and a zest of a lemon. And these are going to be roasted. Preheat the oven to 425. Trim the ends of the Brussels sprouts, cut them in half. Drizzle the olive oil over the sprouts, sprinkle with ground cumin, salt, and pepper, toss to coat. Roast in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes or until they're tender. Add the cashews about 5 minutes before the Brussels sprouts are done roasting. Add the chopped roasted cashews to the baking sheet. This will allow them to toast slightly. And then drizzle with that touch of honey if you wish. Garnish and serve. Yeah, that's pretty good. I still think I like Rick's recipe better. I think you guys beat AI.
All right.
So you're
I
all
guess I should have had
winners.
some kind of seasonings to the Brussels sprouts, but I
No,
tend to
you
like stuff
added
just like
the
this.
You had
mayonnaise.
cumin. Oh, that's right. The cumin
Yeah.
mayonnaise. That was brilliant. That was
Yeah.
really good.
And I have no idea what that would taste like.
I think it would be very good.
Cumin mayonnaise.
It would be like a chipotle.
Oh,
Because
okay.
chipotle has a cumin in it usually as well.
Okay.
So it would be someone like that. You could probably add, well, you're doing it in the microwave, so I don't know about that. I was thinking cilantro always pairs well with cumin.
Ugh,
You don't like cilantro? I thought you liked cilantro.
no.
And I can't remember if I had cilantro on my spice wheel. Nope, I
I
didn't.
noticed there wasn't garlic on there either, which was
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I should have had garlic on there. That's true. But you can, since you could add it, you can, if that might allow you to add something else. But anyway, well, what did you think? Was this fun?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
this?
It was a lot more
Yeah.
fun than I thought.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Well, you guys
Yeah.
are great. You came up with some good recipes on the spot. You are the Veggie Iron Chefs. So thanks for playing. And
So nobody gets voted off the island?
We have to
I didn't say
continue
that.
the contest till the next time because we're all tied.
That's right. We'll have a season, like the professional sports season, and you get
Yeah.
Sort of like soccer because they can play to a tie and never have a playoff.
That's right. Okay, well, that was fun. I don't suppose you have a homegrown.
Yeah, I think I've got one.
Okay, all right, very good. Well, let me introduce it. Okay, Produce Buzzers podcast fans, it's time for your favorite segment on the Produce Buzzers podcast. Yes, it's time to be punished. No, don't run away. Don't run away. Don't turn the volume down. Don't click the stop button. You have to stay and hear homegrown. Okay, Teresa, what's our homegrown of the day?
Okay, so when chickens plant a garden, what is the main thing they want to plant?
Okay, when chickens...
Vegetable. They
The
want to
main
plant.
vegetable they want to plant. Okay, when chickens plant a garden, what is the main vegetable they want to plant? Okay, I'm thinking. Rick? Come on. Oh, I know. Cynthia, do you know?
No. Mm-mm.
It's got to be.
Chickpeas?
That's good.
That's good.
What'd
'cause
he
that
say?
was the
What
second
was that?
answer that I thought. Chickpeas.
I think it's eggplant.
You got it. Funny enough, I was going back and forth between eggplant and chickpeas, so you both got it.
Oh, so you actually made that one up. Huh?
Yeah.
Very good. And we didn't have eggplant or chickpeas on our Veggie Wheel of Fortune, so we'll have to add those next time.
Yeah.
Okay,
good.
well, very good. Well, thank you, Produce Buzzers, for playing Veggie Iron Chef. You all did such a great job. And listeners, we hope you enjoyed it. We'll do it again soon. Stay tuned and check the schedule. We'll be having the Veggie Iron Chef once again. Hopefully it can inspire you to come up with some great recipes like our Produce Buzzers Iron Chefs. Well, thank you, listeners, for tuning in to the Produce Buzzers podcast, brought to you by Produce Buzz, the gathering place for lovers of fresh fruits and veggies. We hope you were entertained a bit and educated a lot about fresh produce. Be sure to join us next time, and please tell your friends to do so as well. Like, share, and comment on our Produce Buzz Facebook page, and check out our website at www.producebuzz.com. There you will find articles about fresh fruits and veggies, how to select, store, and prepare them, as well as lots of interesting facts about all the wonderful bounty the earth provides for us. Until next time, be fruitful and don't forget to veg out.